DSL versus fiber. Main differences. There are a lot of options when it comes to choosing an internet service provider. From knowing what providers are in your area to understanding what internet speed you need, there are many factors worth weighing to make your final decision. But what about internet connection type? Wireless, DSL, cable, satellite, and fiber optic are just a few high-speed internet connections you've probably heard of, but probably don't know how they differ, or which one might be best for your lifestyle. Don't worry, you're not alone. In this video, we'll break down the differences between two popular choices, DSL internet and fiber internet. What is DSL internet? DSL, or digital subscriber line, is an internet connection that transfers data using the copper telephone lines already installed in most homes and businesses. DSL separates connections from your phone, so you can use the internet and home phone at the same time. No dial-up tones needed. How is DSL installed? To install DSL internet, you will need a landline phone connection, a modem to receive internet signals, and a reliable internet router to connect those signals to your devices. DSL can be self-installed or done professionally by your provider. What is fiber optic internet? Fiber internet is a connection that transfers data through fiber optic cables. These cables are thin, transparent glass fibers that transmit data that has been converted into light signals. How is fiber installed? Fiber installation is more complicated than DSL. First, you need to live in an area that offers fiber internet connections. If fiber is available in your area, the provider will bring fiber cables from their existing network to your home and a main fiber terminal will be set up in your neighborhood. An optical network terminal connected outside of your house receives the light signals from the fiber optic cables and transfers the signals through an Ethernet cable connected to a router, which then connects to your devices. DSL versus fiber speeds. DSL is one of the slowest internet connections, but is still faster than dial-up. On the other hand, fiber is the Usain Bolt of broadband internet, the fastest connection and speed available. DSL download speeds: 5 to 35 megabits per second on average. Good for activities like light web browsing, sending and receiving emails, streaming videos on one or two devices, and light gaming. Fiber download speeds: 250 to 1000 megabits per second on average. Good for activities like heavy internet usage, streaming HD or 4K videos on multiple devices simultaneously, online multiplayer gaming, and live stream gaming like on Twitch. Pros and cons of DSL. Pros: doesn't require new wiring, uses phone lines. Available in rural areas. Connection isn't slowed down by neighbors. Cons: speed depends on how close you are to provider's central office. Service not available everywhere. Not the fastest high-speed internet option. Pros and cons of fiber. Pros: faster connection speed and carrying capacity than DSL and cable. More secure from cyber crimes. Not vulnerable to inclement weather damage and human or electrical interference. Cons: not widely available. Offered by select internet service providers. Requires new infrastructure and professional installation. Speed can be slower during peak hours. Typically costs more than DSL and cable. DSL and fiber are on two different ends of the broadband spectrum, but one isn't necessarily better than the other. There are pros and cons to both of these high-speed internet connections, and the best one for you will depend on where you live, your internet habits, your budget, and ultimately what internet providers are available near you. Use our internet service provider search tool below to get started.